Hey, you folks. We're just fixing stuff, getting ready. Happy Sunday. So. Oh. That thing. All right. I think that is relatively fixed. So. Welcome to Sunday, Swarm Sunday, Ferengi love songs. At that, and we're doing well. Let me just getting everything in order. While we get ready, jump in here. Neskaya14, good morning to you. I hope you are well. So, how is it going? Lots of getting the stuff situated. I was doing some Marvel Strike Force warring with my alliance as I had my breakfast to get ready to do some more stuff here. Been doing a little mining, and so let's trying to bring up stuff so I can make sure everything's coming through okay and monitor. Eventually, I got to get a mod here. Okay, just got off work, so doing good. Wonderful. Wonderful. I take it you're in a time zone that's different than mine. It's not your Sunday morning. Well, maybe it is. It kind of depends. Why the heck is that on? So I'm just trying to sort it out. Hey, Baba G. I just changed my mind about using my green screen and putting it up, and I thought I had it in place, and I realized it always have to adjust it every stream. So anyway, 10 a.m. Okay, cool. Oh well, it's closer to that for me. All right, so I just want to share out the stream. Make sure you give a like if you don't mind over there to help promote us with the with the algorithm, so that we get on there and they let people know that we're here, because that would be nice. They'll get more people in here, and we can have some lovely Star Trekkery. So let me see here. Let's do just firing off the tweet. Let people know we're live. And get in there and start looking at these love songs and figure out what's going on, and continuing to push for the Quark part of the event. So that's the plan. Let's see. A is for horses. That's why I typically say hey, hey, hey. A is for horses, and hey, hey, hey is Fat Albert time. So I say hey, hey. All right. That's the fancy reason. So I do that. Copy that link, go over to Discord, the land. No, it's not Reddit. It's not the true land assault. There is some of that coming in. Oh. Alright, so get this. Go it odd. We got this. We got a full day packed. We've got the YouTube stream like usual. Then we'll transition back to Twitch later after a few hours with. Depending, often it's more Star Trek, but also we're doing some Lost Ark streaming and gameplay. Did some of that yesterday. I'll be doing more of that because that's kind of like the variety parts of the streams on the weekends. But we'll get all our Star Trek stuff going and done before we get into anything else. So sometimes that takes quite a while. I know yesterday was pretty busy. I think it's been about 5 hours. Hey Mick, welcome back. How are you doing? Thank y'all for being here so early on in the stream and everything. I appreciate it. it's really nice to see that. There's been a lot of love on the videos and stuff lately. So, and subscriber count, we're about to hit 500. So if you just have a handful of friends that can subscribe, you're gonna bring us to the 500 mark. And then we're just pushing for 1,000 and of course beyond, but we'll go from there. Let's see here. Couple more people, and if you turn your notifications on, you'll know I'm on, but a lot of you probably know that if you're already here. Telling people we're on. Keeping. We're almost. A lot of this stuff can't be done until we go live. It's kind of a pain in the tuchus. My watch wants me to know that we have been mining some data because getting better at this one mining system and or one ship mining, and that's working well. So, and it's depleted, it's mine, but it's still, you know, you still gotta watch it. It's still kind of fast. So, all right, finally got it where we want to be. Turn. Never done Twitch. Is it like YouTube? It's like YouTube. It's different. You know, we actually have. I think every content creator I know, plus myself included, would say that Twitch is usually we have a little more goofing off, and we have a little more kind of fun ways to engage and interact. I mean, live streaming it's still, you know, we're still playing the game. We still have chat. We have a few emotes, but there's a lot more things going on with ways to engage. I have a couple of fun side games that we like to play, like Stream Raiders, which is a big one, which I can play here, but it works, but it really is integrated for Twitch, and people who are also on Twitch kind of find it, stuff like that. So, all you need is like a email account, create a Twitch account, and then you can follow on Twitch, which is the same as subscribing on YouTube. And then when you subscribe on Twitch, it's like paying money to support the channel. I got a link, you know, just like kind of having a membership on YouTube. So there's a lot of similar stuff, but it's a little different. And firing off a command, so it's !Twitch. It'll bring up my Twitch account where you can get in there and go in, drop a follow. Then you'll know, because I'm actually streaming Star Trek Fleet Command 7 days a week. But on Sunday mornings, I do it on this is my YouTube live stream. So I can get in touch with those of you on the YouTube side as well. And of course, my videos are here. So, but if you're like wanting to hang out with kind of like, now for me, I'm in the States Pacific time. So on the weekdays, I'm streaming after work, you know, for usually a couple hours or something, somewhere in that 5:30 or 6 p.m. Pacific till about 7 or 8, kind of depending on when I get on. Occasionally we stay a little longer, and when I have a holiday, I do some stuff during the day. But on the weekends, like Saturday mornings, it's this time, but on Twitch, and I was there for like 8 hours. So I do some more marathon stream for me, that is, because I do a lot of 1.5 to 3 hour streams during the week, because I'm working and stuff. But we have a lot of fun, and it's like Star Trek every day or evening, and then do that. Info, hey, you still know nothing STFC, but I just like hanging out, Frank. Yes, and thank you. Yeah, and I think on Twitch, you know, we can have fun here and hanging out, but it's a little easier to have even more kind of community-based fun with like emotes and getting into some hype and just kind of chat and the side games. It's like some folks like redacted/info, might play in some of the side games and chat, but not be into like the main game like Star Trek. I used to stream Marvel Strike Force, which I still will occasionally get into. Like that's Marvel Strike Force right there on my computer, kind of doing it and stuff. And so sometimes we're talking a little bit about some of these other games, and that's, you know, especially with that being what server do I play on? My main account here is on server 34. I have a baby account that is on server 32, but this is the main one for me is server 34, and this is where I spend most of my time. I've been trying to I don't know. I have a Forever 14 on 32, but I always thought I would bring in to my alliance when I ran an alliance on 34 and all that. But which reminds me, we have not told people we're on over here in the alliance. I can. Let's see. Here we go. So do that, and we'll. It's gonna close. I gotta close Marvel Strike Force so I can open up the baby account. There it is. Oh, that says 34. What server are you on? So info you decided to give Lars Arc a go. Okay, cool. I don't know if you've seen. I was streaming it some this week and yesterday, later in my stream, and I've been playing it. I've been playing it off, after my stream was done, and which I will do, but I'm planning to stream that. Let me see here, and let's get that music over. My preferred mix. All right, so this is my 32 Forever 14. We just want to let them know we're on in case. I think this server is like waiting, needs a merge because I think it's dead, or dead-ish compared to 34 is hopping. I would say. All right, we'll keep that going. And since we're here for a second, we'll go ahead and just do a little bit of mining in the background, and we're not going to be doing much on this account. But I often bring it up to answer questions about lower ops level questions and stuff, so that I can see stuff. Let's see. Mad, what does someone need to stream on YouTube? You need at least one computer that can play the games well enough, as well as do the broadcasting, which is not, super hard. Like a gaming computer would be sufficient. I mean, that's like what I use. And my gaming computer is actually not that new. I need to get a better one eventually, but it runs every game fine. But when you're doing the streaming, I often will set my settings down lower. But so you need a computer. You need a basic webcam and a microphone, really a computer that can run the game, and then there's some streaming software that you install, and then there's lots of bells and whistles and all that, anyway, it's hello 2Q is hello from server 51. And Info didn't catch that, but the game we were playing, the beta. Yes, Info. I was streaming the beta there was like a week or a weekend where I got to stream it some during a beta. Because it's one of those Amazon games, and I'm already I think technically I'm an official Amazon content creator for like New World and Lost Ark and stuff like that. So you're chugging away at Eidolon. And Niskaya, you're on 61. 2Q is on 51. Very cool. We're getting some good representation here. Very nice. Let me just fire this off. Sometimes I get dailies done and progression in here, but I've realized that like with a level 14, I find it boring to be level locked at 14 for too long. Oh wait, that's where I want to be. So let's see here. Mick says the new ship feature is not very good. Can you tell us why? The mining laser is no better than Horizon. Yes, I saw Rev's video on that, and of course, I don't know if you saw my video about the Ark that's been going around. Mad, you're on server 161. Yes, the Fisha is less than what I desired. I have one in the hopper, so I'll just to give you I have G Money Doc. I'll let you know, because which is pay to win. So and a lot of this has to do with my feelings about pay to win, which is I'm okay with a little bit of pay to win, but I don't want a lot. And here's the Fisha, which I ended up buying because of my divorce situation, and I'm building. But I think one of the problems with the Fisha is it's not as applicable as the Franklin A is to the Franklin A to swarms. Does not equal what the Fisha does to Latinum, and that is part of a problem. And then Eidolon, very family complete, very cool Info, very good. So, grats on that. So the Fisha, it looks like the Fuchsia is the Fuchsia is made to whale. All right. My Devores are both tier 7 or 8. I have 2 of them, and they're, I think it's tier 7. Let's look here. This will be the fastest way. Tier 7. 2 tier 7s, almost identical, that I was building up, and I was doing everything I needed to do with Latinum mining with 2 of those, and my protected cargo, especially since I just recently unlocked Org 3 of 11, and that complements my protected cargo so that I can run 2 Devores that almost don't have any OPC. One ship will have 0 OPC when I do mining, and the other ship will have like 5 to 15,000 at the end. So I can just blow through my Latinum mining and not even have to worry too much. So, which is very nice. And so I didn't see a need. What I would have expected if they were kind of keeping with this Franklin A model, and like I was talking about, would be like that maybe with Scotty. If you put Cadet Scotty on your Devore and you get them to the very beginning, they should be able to mine a little better on there, but still not good enough, and make the Fuchsia more valuable. And then, of course, with Fuchsia, I think some of the problems with the Fuchsia are it really pays off in higher levels, which is great as you whale up and level up, right? But in those early levels where you're level locked in the 30s and all that, it's not nearly as good. And then you are going to need probably the complement of some of these officers, in order to improve the Fuchsia's abilities. So it's not just the ship by itself, but it's also either Fess or Arak, whichever one of those has the concentrated Latinum mining ones. The other ones have mining speed, and the Tribble. Don't forget your Tribble, which can help. But we're probably going to need a Cadet Scotty type of thing, so that cuts into what we can put on there. And so I think it's made to be a complement where people are probably buying a little more. You're buying into some of the officers, and you're buying the Fuchsia. You get some play because you do get a lot of Latinum later. That's pretty good. Now that it begs that question of, if I put the same good officers and get those and put them on Horizons, can I beat it out or just barely? And that looks like the math is a little too close there on that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the Fuchsia get a little bit of a boost. If there's too much concern about that from the Scopely overlords, particularly with that. But one thing I want to bring up. And this is not something that's been discussed in the community in the videos yet. And this is a reality whether we like it or not. And I'm just going to put my miner up here so we can talk about it. All right. You may be able to mine with your Horizon. If you get the right officers, spend enough, grind enough, get the right officers, get your Horizons on there. However, a lot of servers on their row are not going to allow it. And that's going to be something that may be a pain for you to deal with. Now, yes, I'm talking about server row. So I know on my server, which is like a lot of servers, we have a lot of specialty miner rules in row. I don't agree with most of them, but they will say only the Devore Fuchsia is protected on concentrated Latinum nodes, and I think that's going to come through on the server row on my server, and I expect it's going to be on a lot of servers, which means, and because it's usually promoted by the people who have them, and the majority of the people that have it usually have powerful ships, have a lot of whale money in them, and so can usually, because they can enforce with the might makes right policy. So it doesn't make it fair, but we may see that if you're mining with a Horizon, even if you're fast enough to kind of stay somewhat competitive with an early Fuchsia, that you may be always a target, and because row won't protect you in many servers, it may be too frustrating. So I'm gonna float that out there for you, to think about it, because it's like this is that question of well, I don't care about row. Well, you don't have to care about row, but if everyone blows you up when you're trying to do the thing you want to do, row can be a problem for you. Server 51 row, no unprotected cargo, keep it simple. Well, we'll see. I mean, the row tends to start there and then it develops. And of course, I'm talking from a server 30. I'm sure, but it gets pretty complicated. I know you've probably, if you're watching me, you've probably also found RevDeuce, of course, who's our, the big content creator, for the game. He's got periodically ranting about rows and stuff, and there's a lot of good things that I agree with from him. So it's like, I'm not saying, I kind of like a no loot, no don't shoot type of scenario. I fought pretty hard when my server was fighting about not allowing the Botany Bay to mine G3 nodes. And again, because it's slow, right? But yes, rules of engagement. Yes, info. It's a big deal in Star Trek. It's the self-imposed rules of the server community, policed by the power of the players. And I should say, not all players, but the players that have the interest, the money, and the time, and the power, typically. So I sometimes liken it to a 1% or a 10%. But in war games, and all war games that I've played, there are some rules about that. Usually there's rules about whether, attacking people when they're mining, in like Game of War, or Lore, and Lords Mobile and things like that, where I've played, where there were rules about who could be harassed when they're usually doing resource gathering. So there's usually some rules. They are more complicated in the Star Trek servers. I don't always agree with them. And that is part of the issue. Let's take a look at where we are, because I know we got Swarm Sunday and we should have anomalous engagement. We're going to save Ferengi love songs for last. Let's see. Our threat reduction, is this going to include swarms? Borg probes? Wait, there's a frequency modulator in it. Okay, so swarmage, and Borg probes. So given that it's Swarm Sunday, that should not be super hard. I'm working on Quark's test. Let's see where I am. I did some pushing, but now I've fallen to 11 and 16, but I was saving some pushing for today. Advanced technology, this is a Kraken/whale one. Don't apply unless you're planning to Kraken it out. Okay, we got display of dominance, so we're gonna... that's still just the Alliance one. Okay, I thought they might be giving us a little more solos today. Anomalous phenomenon. Always just making sure they are continuing to let us just jump around, which makes that very easy for us. Mick, yes, the Botany Bay is your ship. Mine whatever you want. There's nothing wrong with that until you get blown up every 3 minutes because you're on that and somebody wants to know and they say, per the rules of the server, I can harass you out of here and you can get in trouble for hitting back. And that's where row becomes a problem. It's not, if somebody hits you, well, usually I can bring my ships and hit them back, right? However, with row, when it's real clear about something like that, I can hit them back, and then they can say, wait a minute, I hit you fair and square according to our row. You hit me against the rules, retaliating for a fair and square hit. Therefore, my alliance, other people in some other alliances, we can start to escalate where it affects you and your alliance of getting hit and not being able to do stuff, and that becomes a problem. Now, if you want a war, that's fine. And that can be fun, at least for a while. But again, the whole point was you did want to mine. Do you want the resources? How do you get those resources? So I think a Botany Bay, particularly a Botany Bay that has the right officers that can match a decently crewed envoy, which it can, should be allowed to mine, G3. And for people in those 20s, when you don't have a lot of horizons or the specialty miners, it makes sense because it's a decent ship to want to work on. But that is part of the issue. So let's see. Info, you're asking classes have I tried. I'm playing the Artillerist right now as my main on the live launch, and I played the Pistol Packing Mama, the female gunner, Pistolier Gunslinger, which I was having a lot of fun with too on the closed beta. Plan to play some more classes, but I'm just moving kind of slowly through it, trying to understand some of the concepts. I bought one of those. I bought a Platinum Founders Pack, so I have a bunch of bells and whistles, and I'm just kind of messing around with it. But the game's pretty complex. It reminds me of Star Trek Fleet Command because it is a free-to-play game. There's a lot of currencies and systems that you might want to work on. Oh, good. Ship upgrade. We'll knock this out in a minute. Officer recruit. Yeah. Save those because we're going to have a big officer event for Quark later on when I was looking, so we'll look at that. So, okay. So let me send home. home, home, and I'll just send this home. It's at OPC. So what I'm saying about row, not that row's right, but if enough people decide they're going to harass you, you're essentially getting bullied, and you may not have the same enjoyment that you want. So sometimes the heart of valor is in figuring out a way to do it. Like, so if I use the Fisha, I mean, everyone's going to be able to get a Fisha over time. You may be able to just use the Fisha, and then they leave you alone, and they go blow up the horizons on the nodes. And so if that's the case, the horizon being a little better during a certain sit may not matter. It's going to shake out on the server row. And that's kind of, it's like, it's the political part of our, of Star Trek Fleet Command. I'm not super keen on this, on the complicated row at all. But I also know that when people lock out 0 nodes, you know, you had to slowly get to the point where you're like, look, we're going to blow these people up. And it's nice not to get randomly attacked when mining on a node, unless you're OPC or 0. So let's see. Oh, you had to answer the door. Yeah, no, I'm playing. My main is an artillerist right now, and I'm moving slowly, working on that, trying to have some fun with it, which it's fun. And then during the closed beta, I was playing the I call her pistol packing mama, the female gunslinger gunner. So pew pew, and she was a lot of fun too. So I'm sure I'm gonna play. I was gonna start again with her, but I'm like, let me try, you know, the big gun. And then there's a few more classes I'll work on. So we'll be looking at that. Let me just, let's see. We got some swarmage we need to do, but typically, and we're going on. So, which systems are good for grinding blueprints? Bird Kaizu is a good one, but what about Fed and Klingon space blueprints for what? I mean, a lot of them aren't very good. It kind of depends on what you're looking for. Usually when I get the blueprints that I want, it's way later when I don't need them, and that is part of the short answer. But I mean, Taiga Core is good for a lot of things, you know, but it kind of depends on what levels we're talking about. But if you're looking for like Horizon blueprints or Envoy blueprints and all that, it's where you go, where those level appropriate, where those supplies are. And Kaizu is probably pretty good for Horizons, right? You can tell I don't grind a lot of blueprints. Let's see here. Ship's coming back, ship. This one, we'll jump around with our anomalous phenomenon real quick. It is nice having the extra dock. I was already, you know, for 2 months now, I've been saying, wow, it'll be really nice when I finally get to 39 and I can have that extra dock. But now I got my pay to win G Money dock, so I'm in a better spot. Also, okay, we got a couple things going on. My disco is here. We are going to jump with the disco, and let's get martial artist Asulfus. Okay, yeah, those look like different BPs for for Niskaya. You want BPs for Stella and Franklin. Oh well, that's cosmic cleanup on Saturdays during the events. You're not going to farm those. That'd be nice if we could. You farm them by farming generic hostiles in on cosmic cleanup like we just had yesterday. You make sure you do those, because then you can buy you can buy your Franklin BPs. The Stella you earn, the Stella, the first Stella is free through your faction store when at the right level. And then the other ones, there's times like when the Arc store has it, you might buy it. Like we just had the end of the Arc store for Duality. You can buy half of a Stella. If you do 2 Arc stores and dedicate it, you probably can buy a full Stella. You can also use money. I bought my second Stella with cash once I realized that it was going to take me a long time. And I was like, and 2 Stellas is a must. It really advances that part of the game. If you're playing that part of the game, you want the Stellas. The second Stella allows you to advance the first Stella. Otherwise, you are slow as molasses, which I know because I was sitting on that for a year and a half or whenever the Stella came out, and I was not getting anywhere with Stella. Because you have some other problems with the Stella. Let's see. 2, not 2. I think somebody gives him Better than 2. There you go, 3%. All right. So one thing I usually can't play on. Oh yeah, well, that is the main way of. That's the way of getting your Franklin, as well as getting your Vidar. Is what you do on Saturdays during the arc. The 3 Saturdays during the arc. There's any Saturday we don't have a battle pass active, you don't get the opportunity. So you can skip those Saturdays. Because yeah, if you... I'll show you in just a second. I just want to note that we do have the ability to tier this up if I'm willing to spend this material, which is a question. Because I'm going to spend it, and I do want to spend for the event, but we have to see what we're doing. I'm going to say, if we go to the event, can we still see it? No. Oh, and here's the Valentine stuff. So some, right? Oh, look. We got Jayla. Jayla shards. So, of course, we need to be grinding this stuff here. Sela, Riker, Giorgio. Jayla would be of interest to me. But, you know, there's good ones in here. I would think, typically, Riker and Jayla, you know. A lot of these guys are in, well, like TOS, Spock, and Giorgio are in transporter patterns, so that'll kind of depend. Yeah, looks like give me a way to work on Jayla. Start Dabo tables. I was just here we go. Here's the this is where the Franklin blueprints are left over from Saturday, and when you do the complete the total event, you can get 9 at a time. There you go, and you'll that's how you get the Franklin unlocked. Same thing with the Vidar, which you'll want after that, and the Discovery. So this is how you unlock these 3 ships over time, and they're all important in their own way. Although some we can debate what's important on that, but let's see. So first, we're gonna take this baby out. I'm just gonna jump around and get this knocked out. So we get our credits. Jump. All right. But yeah, and that's part of what Star Trek Fleet Command is like. Well, I mean, yeah. Do you have to play every day? Well, yeah, you do. But I mean, you'll be making up when you can't play every day. But they have some stuff that's set into the pattern of the schedule, and so if you don't like it or don't want the time on that, that's where you have to like look. Well, you don't have to, but you look and see, does money make a difference and is it worth it to me? You know, or do I grind it, or do I prioritize doing something? Because you could just come on and just, yeah, on Saturday you could like, well, I don't normally play, but now all I'll do is try to play Cosmic Cleanup so I can get these blueprints. Because you're gonna want those ships, and eventually you're gonna want them later. So even if you don't want, you know, if you do without them, I mean, like, you got to get your Franklin going. And then Stella will come with the levels, but that comes out of here in the Stella or the Rogue Associate Store. You'll have an option in here in the beginning to get your first and only your first one for free. That was added in here. Let's see. And you do want to, I mean, Stella is, you know, although you can, it's better to live without the Stella than the Franklin, I guess I would say, if you're stuck in that situation. But which is a situation I wouldn't really wish on anybody, because I'm like, no, you don't want to be in that situation. But the Stella is still rather important, and the Stella is kind of, I'd say the Stella is integral to the Battle Pass. The Franklin is integral to every week, and at the very least to your dailies and your Swarm Sunday. And it comes into play in the Battle Pass, so it's rather, I mean, that's the Franklin. That's rather important in my opinion. Now, I just forgot to check to make sure I'm in the jump home, and then I'm done. Yeah, jump home, and I'm done with that. Easiest event we do all week, once you have the Discovery. It takes much longer when your Discovery can't jump or you don't have it, I must say. Recall. And after that jump settle update. 10 blueprints away from getting a Vidar. What is the pros and cons of the ship? Well, you need the ship. If we're talking about pros and cons of getting the ship, it's not a skippable ship. Although of course you could skip it by not unlocking it, but that wouldn't be good. You want to. That's a ship. It's actually a ship that you want to get, and you absolutely want to max it out. You want to max Vidar. That should be something on your developmental pathway of like, I'm working on maxing this Vidar. You might prioritize something else for a while over it, but you're always getting back to working on maxing that Vidar. Especially before you get into the mid and higher 30s, and it has a lot of benefit. It's a specialty ship, and although the Amalgam actually has come out and has become a specialty ship that has more than one purpose, the Vidar is the main specialty ship that has a lot of applicability beyond what it's made to do, which is farm Borg probes. It is actually useful. It is a useful interceptor. It is a fast ship. It is good for PvP, for skirmishing. It has a very large cargo hull for like an interceptor or a battle. When I say battleship, I mean warship, war-based ship, as opposed to like a mining supply ship. So it's better in that regard. People like to use it when you get it more max and get it beefy. You can do a lot of OPC raiding to get all those miners that are over, because you can hold a lot, and it's a good way to fight and get them. Although the Meridians can be tough, it's a good way to get large swaths of the ISO that Meridians are mining, as well as data and other things, because you can bring home more than you would with like a Saladin or something. And it's fast, and if you put a speed crew on that, it's like the fastest ship, just about. I think it's the fastest. And if you put a speed crew on it, it can really stay out of the way of people unless they're doing something similar with speed. So if you want to dodge and weave literally when you're in some kind of skirmish, then that can be very good. Like in territory capture, where you want to stay alive and get away from people and get points while you stay alive, that is a very useful thing. It's also relatively cheap and quick to repair. So in some ways, cons, I don't know that there are any cons. I wish we could make it even bigger and stronger, because that would just make it even better. But so it's a particularly pro-heavy and had limited con kind of ship. I have 2 of them. You don't really need to, but there's that because of the Amalgam. Having 2 isn't, it actually helps. It helps a bit in the Amalgam realm, which will come for people later. Which reminds me, I'm in that setup. So okay, we did that. Let's look this ship. Let's make sure I'm about to spend some resources. So, oh yeah, we also. Let's also look at the love songs, which I neglected, to make sure there's not stuff that I need to consider. Because if I can double dip, or preferably triple and quadruple dip in events and dailies, that's what I want to do. No problem, Mick. Yeah, no, I mean, that one's actually pretty easy, because there's so few cons to that ship. It's one of the few where we can say, max it out, don't really worry about it, that sort of thing. Don't waste as much time on a second Vidar, which you can get. It's easy enough to get them. Get more than one. Over time, that is. Let's see. Love is fleeting, but greed is eternal. Rule of acquisition. 10. Celebrate by accumulating more power and demonstrating your... Okay. All right. Okay. I thought there was something in here. Research, defense platforms, and buildings and dry docks. Perfect. Buildings and dry docks even more. But of course, if you do a defense platform, it should count. Shouldn't it count as both? Well, maybe it's not going to. We're going to see. I have both to do. Let's see. And what are we getting for this? We're getting the hearts. Do we get more hearts? No, we get Dabo spins. What about in the alliance part? I just saw us go from 6 to 7. Boo. Okay, Valentine's Day stuff. More Dabo bits. All right. So we're going to be looking at all that. So, all right. Dry dock's ready. Look at that. It's like I knew that we had a domination event coming, and I was like letting this sit there so I could claim it after the reset. Yes, I read ahead before I collected. Look, got points. All right, so let's look here. Now, if we go, I don't have enough. Well, I'm resource port. I've got G Money Dock is here. So, but also what's here is I built this at the last one, and I haven't built it. Why? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that I knew we'd get some domination events at some point, and I know that they are really high. Let's, not that, not you. Let's look at, there, that's what I'm trying to get to. Come on. Come on, goobers. It'd be nice if the banners kind of got me to where I want to go. Okay, so just trying to see that little bit, and the dock got me here. So I want to save that that gun for domination events, but looks like I can't. Okay, well that's okay. All right, well that was one. I guess that was all I get. Then it is the dock itself. Well, we know we need that. But let's look at the other stuff. So I'm wondering where that was gonna help me out. So all right. Now we got our auger. I'll just bring up so we have it. I got our auger tiered up and all the guns boosted a second time, including that precious obliterator weapon on the auger, as part of my push for Cork. And then as people like Sapphire, who may or may not be here from Amsterdam, was reminding me, it's like I should check my daily events tomorrow for these ship upgrade events, because I may want to do that instead. And because I was going to spend when I didn't get it, and so at least I'll double dip. And that makes sense to me. So because my Burrell, I think I can only upgrade one of these guns, one of the two final guns on the Burrell. Because I have enough of the rare ore, but I only have so much of this. So let's... And we have been facing the issues with the... What I'm going to do is bring that in, because this bug has been annoying. So, all right, here we go. We're going to do this. Upgrading the gun. This ship is keeping in close proximity with the auger's power. I'm trying to get the auger built up so it can actually beat the Burrell. And one more gun, people. When we get one more gun, we will not be... When we get this last gun, this Burrell will be completely maxed, because it's so close to maxing, and eventually I will get cloaking, because I've already invested enough in this ship that it being able to cloak later in territory capture will be a lot better than my D3 that I use currently. So, how do you get a Franklin A? All right. Well, I have one now, and I can talk about it. Go max your Franklin. You have a Franklin, and you're already, because I forget what level you're at, Mick. I guess if you're talking about the Vidar, you're somewhere in the 20s. So you should have a Franklin by now. If not, get it and go max your Franklin. And assuming you're not like trying to just buy it out of the store, which is an option. And it's sometimes not the worst option. So let's go in here. Oh, you want to get a regular Franklin. Okay, well, the Franklin, and again, I can show you, is Saturdays, like yesterday, was your chance this week. Or I guess technically it's a new week, last week. Let me just collect things. So on Saturdays, Cosmic level 25. Perfect. All right. Yeah, you definitely, you need your Franklin because you're behind on your Franklin. Every battle pass, which runs for usually 21 days, so 3 weeks out of the month, there's a battle pass. There are exceptions when we have 2 weeks break before we get a battle pass, which happens periodically, and they usually don't tell us about it, which makes it annoying, especially to me as a content creator who wants to know when things are happening. So let's see here. Okay. So and now that it'll let me through my events to show you, on Cosmic, on Battle Pass Saturdays, Cosmic Cleanup event happens where you got to kill a lot of hostiles. High-level hostiles give you the first things, but you can also do your swarms, you can also do your Borg probes. Anything you kill counts towards it, which is actually very nice. It's a lot easier than Faction Hunt. When you get that maxed out in the event store on Saturdays and into Mondays, this little part over here, you'll have the opportunity to buy Franklin blueprints, Vidar blueprints, Discovery blueprints with... You can buy whatever based on the currency you have, but you're only going to be able to buy like one pull. And then the battle debris, which is what I get once you've got all these ships and don't want any... I could get a third Vidar or a second Discovery or a third Franklin. No. So you go in here and like there's your Franklin. You get 9 shards per pull when you get the 100 currency, which is the max you get on a full day's completed event. All the milestones completed on Saturday during Cosmic Cleanup. So you can do that typically 3 Saturdays a month. So that means you can get 3 pulls. You need 10 pulls of 9 to unlock it. Now, so it'd take you 10 weeks of Cosmic Cleanup pulling, maximizing Cosmic Cleanup to get that. And it only runs 3 weeks of most months. So that's 3 months. That's 4 months time with a little bit of variance for the break. So it probably takes a whole arc, roughly, so about as often as we get an arc store, which can vary a little bit. So, but probably 4 months to get it if that's your sole focus. This is also how you get the sarcophagus. That's how I got the sarcophagus. It just took every Saturday. I would buy the sarcophagus until I unlocked the sarcophagus. So this is how you do it. This is also how you'll get your Vidar. This is also how you'll get your Discovery. Now, that's your free-to-play method. There are, of course, the arc stores that come out at the end of the arc, like we just have for Duality. And we will have at the end of this, the Ferengi arc, which will be multi-month. So it's usually like 3, 4, or 5 months. And then we get an arc store in that the capstone event, where we can buy good stuff. You can also use some of that to buy those blueprints. Now, the truth is that those blueprints, since you can get them another way, there's other things in the store like Jayla that's not so easy to get that may be worth getting, but your priorities may be a little different depending on your levels. Especially if you're in the 20s, you're gonna have different priorities than somebody in the 30s or 40s, 50s, or the 10s, right? So, and people forget that, and people do not give advice based on where you are. They just tell you, oh, you need to be working on the pylum. Well, yeah, but no, work on the ships you need to progress and be good at the game and do all the stuff. And eventually you'll be working on the pylum. So the other part is, if you're not averse to spending some, consider what happens if you free to play half of a ship, half or more than half, and then buy a partial pack of some sort from the store that helps you complete it a month or 2 early. So I'm not trying to say, oh, let's just give Scopely money. I'm saying in these kind of games, this type of progression is particularly slow, so that you will have a good reason to consider, how much time could I save by spending some money, even if it's not a lot of money. And then you have to weigh what's your time worth to you, and what kind of enjoyment will you get from having the ship ahead of time. Because sometimes the answer is, actually, I don't have any resources to upgrade the ship, so I might as well take as long as it needs. That is actually a very valid comment. And I'm seeing, do I not need to scrap your Devore? You're in the 20s. Don't scrap your Devore now. Plus, you want your Devore to be close to like level 41. So I mean, is your Devore level 41? Mine are not. I'm gonna have to, mine. Harmonica Luke. Good morning. We are discussing all the stuff, and I'm talking a lot about what's justified for spending, and understanding kind of pay to play, free to play, and the valuation of your time versus money. I'm finding myself talking about that. We're talking about specialty ships, which I think brings that in. But happy Sunday, and Harmonica, I believe it's Monday morning, which I appreciate that you're with me. So I hope that helps, being part of the hen house, being on a Monday. But you already had a Sunday. But you are closer to Friday, like I always say, than I am. So, anyway. And Mick on the Devore, yeah, you will scrap your Devore when it's time. Plus, it needs to be leveled up. It needs to be leveled up if you're trying to do it with one Devore versus multiple Devore. So, again. And trying to cut back on money spending. There is plenty of good reason to do that, Harmonica Luke. I know I went completely free to, or let's call it pissed off free to play because on Marvel Strike Force, Scopely's other game, which is why one of the reasons I spend more money in Star Trek now, because I am not spending regular money on characters in Marvel Strike Force as a content creator. So, but it's like, yes, pissed off free to play. That's when you didn't used to be free to play, and now you're like, I'm not giving you any more money, and I'm going to do what I can, and I'm going to remind people why they shouldn't spend, which is much different than I am here in Star Trek Fleet Command. I'll be like, well, there's reasons to spend. Sometimes things might be worth it to you if they're within your budget. And I have G Money Doc, and I bought the Fuchsia pack, and I can explain why in my process, because it actually was cheaper than going through by finishing my Devore. You can believe that. I thought it was better to buy the Fuchsia pack than to finish my Devore off. I'd be happy to have that discussion. And of course, it varies on where you are individually. Let's get a ship going. So we upgraded part of this. We also do need to look at what I need to get. We got the Franklin A out. You guys haven't seen it because I birthed it during the week because of the Fuchsia event, and I needed to be able to build the Fuchsia, so I had to get the Franklin A out of the dock. So I've had the Franklin A for a few days. I have not used it on a Swarm Sunday. It shall help. Why am I leaving one guy here? Because as soon as we hit level 5, it'll open up that slot and his stats will apply. So, and as I grind, we're going to eventually do that. All right. But so, and again, there's some of this approach with free-to-play games, which includes, and mobile games are probably worse, but free-to-play, Star Trek Fleet Command, Marvel Strike Force, Lost Ark that we're talking about playing on, that's a computer-based one, so it's not mobile, so there's a little difference to the way it works. You evaluate your money, the money that you're willing to spend and your budget to spend, kind of in a particular way. Plus, you have to look at where you are, what I refer to as looking at where you are developmentally in a game. Something I borrow from more of my normal work. So let's go here. Let's go to ISM. Ever been there? And only 14 minutes, so that'll fly out there. We'll see what else we're doing. All right. All right. So now we can look. But what I say, developmental meaning, where are you in the game? What things have you done? What things are you behind on? What things are you ahead on? Right? That the standard, if you're level 15, where are you in relation to other level 15? Same thing at 20, 25, 30, 35, that kind of thing. So when will Officer Bael, Bator, and Lursa come into play? I mean, well, it's a good question. We had them through the arc. We'll have to see how they get exposed. Here, let's. I need to pull some of this stuff. Here, let me. I'm coming into the refinery to actually speculate on this because now although I am a content creator for Star Trek Fleet Command, I'm not under any NDAs. I'm not officially connected with Scopely. So there's nothing I can say that is leaking knowledge, but it means I can also speculate wildly and madly if I want to, and it's not a problem. So I can't get myself in trouble unless I break the laws of the land, like libel and slander and stuff like that. But that's not what I'm gonna do. All right. Also, we have a plunder pull at in 3 hours, and I have just enough left, which is why I'm gonna need to do this. What? Pulling? No. Yes. Yeah. Oh, are you talking about how do you use them, or are you talking about when are you going to be able to get them through sourcing in the game versus having to buy them or something? That's what I thought we were actually talking about. But no, it's fine, Harmonica. Those are good because I mean they do have uses. They shouldn't be your priority, especially in lower levels, because PvP starts mattering more as you get higher in level. I would say. especially if you don't like have Pike Moreau Chin and Chin Max and things like that. Those are rather important for your daily survival and progression. But that's a fair question, so we'll let that. It's the armor one. It's used on the battleship, right? You got to look at those counters, and that's your also your Gorkons and your Crazy Eye Gorkon and Martok and all that. The counters to the Trinity type of stuff. So now this is a good point. I was saying let's go to my refinery so I can show you the point I'm talking about for officer sourcing, and that's not. And I know this, and I get confused, so I bet you do too. It's if we go into the amalgam part of the officer recruit, this is how we get Honor Guard Worf, who's very important for PvP and really good officer, and some other stuff. This is through, you need an amalgam, which supposedly you will be able, they've said you'll be able to get it free. It'll probably be very slow and probably painful to the point where you may consider spending money to accelerate it. That is what I would expect. However, I would be very surprised if they don't include other officers that are tied to the amalgam unlock path. Once they are in with one, it's not like people are not going to always need Honor Guard Worf. It makes sense that they would put, and they might want to put some of Bael and the Duality people, or Martok and Sela and all. Some of those people might make sense, and then it becomes more of an RNG pull. It's already an RNG pull for Honor Guard Worf, with the chances of a max, but they might start messing with the percentages and start adding in some more. I would expect that at some point. Another reason to be thinking this amalgam is probably going to happen. Plus, they'll give you away, but it'll be slow. It will. I suspect it'll be extra slow, but we'll see what they say. I don't know. Hard to know. Let's pull a gift. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of those officers don't get worked into the amalgam pathway. All right. But we will find out. And I usually can't keep them straight until I use the different officers over and over again. So I usually have to look at them, and I know I'm looking which is the one in this group that does the thing, and I look and I verify. Also, for this week, for those of you, if you were with me last week and last Sunday, as well as on Twitch and on YouTube, you know that I've been doing territory defense on Sundays, and I'm usually getting ready for that. At the end of the YouTube stream, we go over to Twitch and we go fight a territory defense battle. Well, we got our tails handed to us. We lost our territory last Sunday. You got to see it live, where I was a little annoyed and peeved off at the way it was going, because it was not fun fight to lose, not very equal matched. So but what I'm also telling you is that we don't have to defend that anymore. But we did get a new territory with a new time and all that, which doesn't fit as conveniently into my stream schedule because it's during the workday on Fridays. But if my schedule ever changes or I have an occasional day off, I'll definitely be streaming that. Now let's see, what can we do here? Okay, I do have enough that I can spend these bits on this ship, so we'll do that because we are chasing. Game. All right, here we go. We want our discovery cleared up. See, and I have 1.7 million latinum. I rarely spend it. Tearing up is one of those things that I'm like 3 days. I don't have that many speed ups, and I'm gonna want to use them right now as part of the Quark push. So, discovery tier 8, yay! Oh, look, we can... Oh, perhaps. That's the uncommon. I mean, I need... Oh, we can do that. Okay. So I can do that to get his shield up. That's good. What about my big gun? I can do that. I mean, I need this stuff, but I need my discovery to be better, too. This is going to say... How much of this stuff? Okay, that's going to take most of it, so I can do one of these two. I would do the shield, especially given that it's an explorer. The shield is even more important to its battle survival for those occasional PvP things. So, Well, yesterday this was not working at all. It was locking me out with the insufficient resources. Today it seems to be like, you know, it's wrong, but then it's updating immediately, which is good. All right, we're doing the ship parts. We're going to pull another. We're going to see where we are. Yes, what Latinum's for. I'm really annoyed at Scopely. We were supposed to be able to have Latinum Spin to be part of this event. Latinum Spin and G3, 4, and 5s. They've edited that out of the text after it was missing yesterday. So my whole plan was to spin this Latinum because I would have spent it anyway in these situations to just like move through. And they took it away. So I don't know why they took it away. They've been a little, I would like to say they've been cowardly in not addressing the community to explain it went away. We had problems. We thought it would be unfair because Krakens have so much Latinum. I know one of the things, the Fisha, the G Money doc was not supposed to come out until yesterday or this week because of, I think, these events. They didn't want people to be able to take advantage of those additional ways to really Kraken out and destroy some of the economy of events, is what I'd heard. But because everyone was so mad about it, they brought it in, and that might have had a trickle-down effect on other things related to it. Believe it or not, these kind of games care about their economies way more than many other games, because if the economy, they need the economy to leave you high and dry at the right moments when you're ready to spend, because that's how they're going to make their money. So they need it to, you know, there's important things like frustration mechanics and bottlenecks where things purposely take a long time so that you sometimes say, you know what, I'm pretty frustrated, but I still want this and I enjoy playing, but I want to speed it up. And maybe that $5, $10, $20, $50, $100 pack is really going to be worth it to me for my time. And I would say sometimes it is, but that's part of how these games work. So kind of got to know it. So it's kind of like in the movies when there's a kidnapping and they're like, you need to talk to them, you need to personalize the child's name, it's a greater chance for the child to have safety. It's like dealing with that with certain types of criminals where you have to do some kind of, there's psychological stuff going on back and forth. Anyway, your deep dive into Star Trek monetization psychology, brought to you by Livestream in the Hen House. I hope you'll like and follow. Remember to give a thumbs up on the video down below. If you haven't already, it'll help the algorithm so more people join the Star Trek party. And I don't mind if we're talking negative about about Scopely or these tactics. Let's see. Okay. So now that we've looked here and looked here, we shouldn't be able to do any more because it's this part is holding us back. So see, this is a great example. Hey, look, maybe you can buy it or earn it in special events. And even in special events where you can earn it, you usually have an option to buy currency to make sure you earn more of it. So. YouTube again today. Good evening from Amsterdam. How you doing, Sapphire? I was talking about you, Sapphire. Were your ears ringing? I mentioned you a little earlier. I mentioned you telling me to wait for the ship event, which I am taking advantage of now, so thank you. And Laromi, welcome back. Happy Sunday to you and Sapphire and everyone else in the Hen House. We're on the YouTubes. We'll be on Twitch later, but we're on the YouTube. And of course, I'm so used to telling people to come follow me on YouTube. I'm on Twitch all the time. But here's the Twitch link again. Come follow. Use the time you're in my stream now to create a Twitch account if you don't have one. They're not evil. They're about the same as a YouTube account. You know, like verify it with an email and stuff. I've heard people have to use a laptop or a computer as opposed to just your phone, which I know is a pain. But they want to keep all those hate rating trolls out of there too. So, all right, we got the Fisha is in. I'm letting this Fisha go because the next Build the Fisha event is on the 19th, and this will take me close to there, and then I can speed it up at the end, and that I will get a lot of points for building the Fisha initially. Thus, that is my plan. This is my plan to, although I spent money, is like I can't Kraken out. I'm not a Kraken. and I'm not even a whale. I'm a dolphin who spends up sometimes, yeah, in my opinion. So I'm not willing to just keep spending to win. I want to spend within a threshold and then try to place or winning if I can, but at least placing at a certain point. And so I will spend and then sandbag and use my accumulated resources that I've been storing to try to place for things that I think matter to me. We're getting famous, folks. We are getting famous. We got the fake people in here. Sapphire, did I try the Lost Ark thingy? Is it worth trying? Oh yeah. Well, and yeah, I streamed it. Yeah, yesterday I streamed on Twitch Star Trek for like 5 hours, and then my last 3 hours were on Lost Ark. So, which was that's a long stream for me. And I did it. It works. I'm going to be streaming that again today on Twitch later. But after Star Trekking, across the universe, that kind of thing. So that's going on. And is it worth playing? Yes, it is free to play. So if you have a computer and a Steam account, it's completely free. So it's worth logging in, seeing it, as you get used to it. Honestly, I think it's a good game. I think I'm trying to talk Mrs. Rooster into checking it out because again, it's free. Laramie bought Battle Pass, debating if I need or want a $50 dock. I hear you. There's this, and again, if you saw my video about the Ark and kind of comparing of song Ferengi, hey JW, JV, yes, if you saw my video, welcome Javon, and all that. I am Ferengi love song. Anyway, I'm talking a lot about Scopely and Ferengis being like the same, lately in my video and all that. There are, I would like to say, and I think this has some bearing, possibly. I don't know if Scopely's so self-aware on this or not. This is where I keep going in. It's like if they are, they're smart, and I don't know that they're that smart. So I'm not sure. But also, what do we got in our? Look at this. But there are particular offers that are available in this Ark that are different than we've had before, and they all require spending more than like I normally do, but there's what I would call a better value, or I have a better way to get something if I'm willing to spend a bit more, or a few dollars more, as the Clint Eastwood movie says, right? There are some stuff related to the dock, related to the Fisha, related to Orc, related to the Battle Pass. All of those things. There's been some options here that are unusual for us to have that have actually made me adjust my spending patterns recently. This item is currently unavailable in your region. Sapphire, are you not able to get something there? You can't. Oh, it's not. Oh, you can't find it on Steam. Oh, they are discriminating against you. I'm sorry. I did hear that it's only in. It's a worldwide release. Okay, well, Sapphire, I don't have a VPN sponsor, so but I do have a VPN, and with a VPN, you can then log into Steam from a country that has access to that. I mean, not that anyone would do that. All the American content creators for Lost Ark have been playing the Russian and Korean version for a couple months since the closed beta ended, and now it's available on the US. So VPN, there are some free VPNs, although hey NordVPN, looking at you, we could use a sponsor. I might have some familiarity with your VPN and be able to recommend it to people. But let's talk. All right. Anyway, let's see. I wanted to look at Threat from Beyond and make sure, rerouted at work tomorrow. Yes, exactly. That is what we're talking about here. Sneaky. Yes. Just remember, if you have communications with Scopely, you'd be like, hey, get that lay rooster on there. He's part of our community. Build that up. I got green hair today because I think the sunlight is doing something. Let me see. Does that get better? Does that get worse? None of it's better. Anyway. Nord is good, but can't be bothered to get up and running at home. Yeah, no, I mean, the game is around for the rest of its life cycle, so it's not like you have to rush. We're not in the early, you know, I bought a Founders Pack. I did buy a Platinum Founders Pack, which is the more expensive one, in order to get, you get early access for all of them, but we're past early access. There's no reason to spend. You can't get those Founders Packs after the game launched. There'll be other things you can buy, I'm sure. And as an Amazon affiliate myself, I have an Amazon link, which is more readily available on my Twitch stream. You can use that and buy some pack through Amazon for that game, and it'll support my channel. Maybe I'll have some kind of thing to promote at some point, but they haven't told me about anything because I am Small Fries, and I appreciate y'all hanging out with Small Fry. Hanging out, and we're chilling. All right, swarm clusters, that's just the normal. I'm just making sure that since I unlocked Big Daddy, no. All right, it's the same. So it's 35 plus is the 10 points, and now I can kill 37s and 35s more easily, which is good. And I believe with the 37s, I get the blue materials, the tier 2 swarm Franklin A stuff. Because I can kill just enough of these Frankies or these swarmies, get my dailies done in one hull, and then I have a use for my second Franklin, the baby Franklin, believe it or not, because it is a cheaper way to grind some of this stuff. Still rank 3 in Quark Auction, just want to secure my 33 shards and then don't bother anymore with him. I hear you. Speaking of which, I meant to check where I am because I just did some spending to try to advance. I was at 4 and 6 or 2 and 4, and then I dropped down to like 11 or something. So now I'm at 10 and 9. Looks like this is the one where I really want, because I do want to get, what do I want? I probably want to be in top 10. Get 29 or better. Because yes, one of the things that they've done, and they presented it with some interesting, well, not interesting, with some marketing spin, is that one way to say it is how they said it in the game. There are 2 different ways to unlock Quark. Yay! More ways to unlock that epic officer. Another way to say that, yep, and 3+ don't count toward the swarm hunting. Oh yeah, the above 35. Oh, do you mean these aren't counting? Aren't they? Or just that they're not giving me extra points? I need to kill him anyway, so I mean I'm gonna kill him, but let me see. This is my first Swarm Sunday. Okay, I'm getting credit. I'm just not getting anything. No bonus. It's not like 15 points for a 37 and above, something like that. But this ship will help me with this event because I can kill the. Oh, dude, go somewhere else. This is probably the same damn dude too. What is his name? Let's see. Is he the same dude? No, it's not. Okay, well, at least it's not. Okay. All right. What the hell are you people doing here? Nobody's ever hanging out here. No, I'm getting more than 1 point. You get 1 point for like all kills, but I'm getting I'm getting heroic points. Yeah, I've killed like, I'm getting 10 points a kill right now towards heroic. Well, let's make sure, because I'm having to fight off with these other people more than once. So yeah, I'm getting 10 points a kill for heroic, but then later I only get 1 point, if that's what you mean, like you do for any part of Swarm Sunday for the basic. That one, they just want you out there. I mean, that's where it's good to grind up a smaller Franklin, because you get the same points for killing a 15 that you do for killing a 37. But once I kill, let me see if okay, figure out what have I. Oh, We haven't done what we need. Once we get some swarmage points, and then we don't need to kill 37. There's no reason to kill more 37s than I need for this event, when I could kill 35s. So. Okay. Let's move. Wherever I attack, there's one of these 41s is gonna be going for it. Who's in here with me from the Alliance? Hello. Who's on stream with us? Kay is on stream. Yeah, let's know. Andrew Vonk, of course. Welcome. Say hi. Here, we'll see if Kay says hello or says, "Go away, stalker. What are you talking about? I'm freaked out by that comment. Taken out of context." So, meaning you don't get the +3 like the typical. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I'm so used to that plus. Okay, I understand what you're saying. I thought you meant that we were losing the 10 points for the heroic. So I'm like, no, that's not. Yeah, it'd be nice getting it 3 times. That'd be sweet. But they want us. Storm Sunday is about making everyone grind. Everyone's equal in that we all have to grind. You know. If you're not willing to put in the effort, you're not getting the reward, as far as I'm concerned. There. Because yeah, they certainly could make Storm Sunday a lot easier, and there would be less contestant, and it'd take less time. And again, that'd be nice, because if we got 3 times, it would just mean that the higher level people have a much easier time of it, which would seem unfair to the lower level people. However, the higher level people would be in and out of there pretty quickly, and it wouldn't seem as complicated, and people wouldn't feel like they need to fight. Meowing. Oh, Roger Cat. This meow thing is great. I'm like, I know this has become our thing. So, also go ahead. There's got to be some cat emotes in here. I know there are chicken emotes and rooster emotes. So feel free. You know, we're trying to learn how to use some of this stuff in YouTube, because the emote's a little different. I got a bunch of you know, for those of you who aren't as used to it. I've got some new, I've got some Kirk and Enterprise D emotes in the Twitch stream, as well as some other cool things. So I hope you will follow on Twitch and join us later, because I'm sure we're going to be over there in a little bit. And then we'll be doing some Lost Ark, which is a different game, definitely. But we're going to do some Star Trek, because we are doing it. We got to get this swarm stuff done. And go. Okay, so that's 37age. There you go, Javon. I'm like, there's got to be all kinds of cats, kitties, etc. Probably some, well, there's probably not some inappropriate stuff in there, but there could be. Okay, so I need 20, 32s and above. And all the goodies are done. However, I need... Jesus, sweet Lord. How many damn alarms are in my friggin' clock? I don't need any of these stupid things. Sorry. It's like, I paused that alarm as the don't be way oversleeping, you know, just in case something goes wrong. Catastrophe alarm. I said, I shouldn't have done that, but we're gonna blow up, I think. Well, no, we got it, so. But in... There you go. We're going to blow this up so we can get back and we'll fast forward it. Because if I had saved a little more hull, I could hit more 35s. But I kind of screwed that up by going over. So, because I don't have that enough hull to play with. So we'll blow up. If we get a kill, it's fine. It'll be great. Now, if I can ever look at the damn... Sorry. My alarm pissed me off. So, all right. Threat from Beyond. Here we are. I need 70 point. No, I need plenty more. Yeah, so we need to come back and do 35s, which we should be able to do a good bit more of them. I haven't done that many 35s with. I've actually only done one with this shit. I'm gonna blow this up because again, takes so long. This thing took 14 minutes to fly out here. I don't think either Kay's ignoring us or he hasn't realized it, Javon. But it'll keep an eye on guild chat as well, because of my taken by my own guildmate. Here, okay, come get this one because I'm gonna blow up on it and then you can kill it. It's like if she's watching the stream, she won't fly away to go to the next one. She goes, here you go, Kay. Come on, look at it. Look, I'm gonna go kablooey. Gift, alliance gift. Did you get it? We are testing combat awareness. There we go. Okay. All right. That is your next plan of development. Be paying attention to who's blowing up in there so you can get some more of these guys. Anyway, all right. All right, now let's press help and then figure out where we are. What did we get done? We're gonna come back out. Ferengi love songs. Our battle pass is. Hey, we'll take that gas. This is another point talking about the spending. This is again the weird ones, offers we don't normally have going on. The $99 battle pass. I was talking about Quark. The $99 battle pass, which I have always said there's no reason to buy this. Buy the $20 pack. I've never said there's a reason to buy the other one, right? There's now a reason to buy the $99 pack this month for the battle pass as opposed to the $20 pack. And it is, do you want Quark? Do you want to have an easier time unlocking Quark without having to compete in the leaderboards? Or without having to place highly in the leaderboards? You can still do both, but if you don't buy the $99 pack, you're not unlocking Quark unless you place very highly in the leaderboards. This battle pass. So that's something people don't always realize, and this has been more available. So it's like the $99 pack will allow you to unlock it with the battle pass and with completing all the normal events, but not having to place in the leaderboard. Now that might be worth it. For the first time, I'm saying I'm going to look more closely at this $99 battle pass this time. Because I mock it. I typically mock it. So, I mean, I know it's got stuff in it, but anyway. There you go. We need rooster emotes and then some chickadee roosters. All right, there we go. Nope, don't want. Oh, I want Quark. Quark is good. Quark is useful, but obviously if you don't want him, that's fine. He's actually quite useful. I want Quark. He's like well, actually he's better than Fluffy. 5 of 11. 10 of 11. What is he? The Borg. Fluffy. He's better than Fluffy. He's another Fluffy, but he's better than Fluffy because he has protected cargo on him too. And that's becoming more with Meridian's ISO stuff. And then that's becoming kind of actually more useful. Let alone Latinum stuff. So yeah, I want him. Plus his Quark. But I'm watching the beginning of Deep Space Nine. I'm showing that to Mrs. Rooster. We're in season 4 of Star Trek Next Generation, and I'm like, let's start some Deep Space Nine at the same time. So Sapphire, yeah, only get the 99 battle passes if you can't get 33 Quark shards in your opinion. Exactly. No, you need 33 Quark shards. If you want Quark, you need 33 shards from the leaderboards this pass, or you need to buy the battle pass, or you need to not care about not unlocking Quark. Those are your choices, and they're fine. Any of them are valid. Now, if you want to compete in the leaderboards and get it and work on leveling them up or something, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I'm trying I'm trying to place in the leaderboard, but I am not going to be placing. I'm going up against level 39s. I'm not going to place number 1 in any of these things for some time. In my little auction bracket, if I can place 10, that's pretty good. Yeah, the Dabo. I've been doing well in my Dabo pulls. We'll do some more of those. I've actually got I had gotten 12 shards of him, I think, mostly from the Dabo. I even got 2 on one pull and all that, which is the max you can get. So Eric is the only one that interests me, but not until I get the Nudivore. Yeah, having them will be useful. I'm interested in, the one that has the negative ability, which that's either Fess or Eric, and I can't remember which. I have the least interest in, but I'll try to get the training bit. Quark I definitely want, and then the concentrated miner one, and then the other guy. But let's see. We're gonna speed up. We also we have some stuff while this ship is flying. I need some coffee too. Finder. Get this ship flying. Get some coffee. We have an epic Armada chest and a rare pack we can open. Should be able to open on here. What ops level am I at? I am 36 right now. Sorry, the chat and the rooster obscures it a bit. I'm at 36, and as soon as I can get my resources together, I'm going to speed is the question. I'm going to speed up to 39 in camp. The Dabos are the event store mechanism. The Dabo. These are the Dabo tables with the things. So getting the resources you want, and every one of them has a chance at getting Quark, Eric, and Fess. And I've been doing pretty well getting them, and particularly getting Quark actually. So I know Patty the Mick from our alliance has been like, I can't believe how lucky you've been on stream with these pulls. But we'll be pulling some of these. So when I'm saying I'm going to be speedy about it is I will, once my ops is ready to go up, because I've done the minimum upgrading of buildings, I will go up to the next ops. Where normally I complete everything and move up when I feel stronger and I'm ready. But I'm ready. So we're gonna go into that. But right now, I gotta go get my cup of coffee. But my ops is ready to go. But I need 1,300 uncommon ore, so it's going to take me a little while to get that, and then I'll pull the ops plug. I'm trying not to spend ore except on ship upgrades and ship upgrades for the event, like my auger. I just spent several thousand uncommon ore on getting my auger up, but my auger now needs close to 9,500 uncommon ore for its next big upgrade component. So that's going to be later. I'll probably get that when I'm at 39 and have done more efficiency research, and then the cost of that will be going down. So that's part of what we're looking at. So we'll look at more of what we can spend on ships in minutos, but I need to go get a quick cup of coffee. So we're gonna probably gonna get a little bit of chair stream. It is more fun on Twitch when we have chair stream, I know, but Baby Cthulhu, who's got a little bit of green screen-esqueness, is gonna watch you for a minute while I go get a quick cup of coffee, and I'll be right back. Don't get into too many shenanigans, but feel free to use some emotes and have some fun with cats, chickens, roosters, and all that. Enjoy the tunes. I'll be right back. All right, you filthy animals. What did you get up to back here? Baby Cthulhu was watching. No Nightbot. Stop spam. Oh, it's spamming. Nightbot. Limiting the shenanigans. Look at that. Oh, it deleted your messages. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. We can fix that. I know this is our normal encouraged behavior on Twitch. I have to tell Nightbot not to be tight ass. So let me see. I that's already set up on those settings are fixed on things. Let me get, which channel am I on? That's which channel? I don't know which channel this is. Let's see. That must be the other one. Both of my channels are named Le Rooster, understandably. Sorry, I'm looking at it right now. That's the wrong channel. It's so hard having the name, and it's like, well, which command is it? Okay, I can't fix that now because I have to look, and they've made it so they made it impossible for me to figure out which one is the right channel. So we'll have to play the game. I'll fix it when I'm on the Twitch because it's like, screw you, Nightbot, be more. I'll have to get Rich on Ships to fix some of that stuff for me. I had to set it up on Twitch so that it doesn't become a tight ass on that stuff. All right, ship is flying. Try this again. Nightbot, you little bastard. Gotta do it this way. This way. Yeah, this should already be even on. Sorry. This looks better. Okay. Why they weren't... Spam protection. Excess symbols. All right, JV. Try it now. I don't know if it. Try it now, and we'll see if it's taken effect. I managed to get in there after a little bit of shenanigans there. Wondering if I can get that. It's never given me trouble, but I also don't do the Twitch stuff on here, so we'll see. All right. Let me do it, but I don't know that it wouldn't before, so let's get there. So aside from spending and swarming, I don't know that we actually have to do that much besides spending, dominating, swarming, as opposed to like hostile grinding. Like yesterday, I played for 5 hours on stream. I mean, I played before that, but I streamed for 5 hours trying to work on them. Oh, you're going to get banned in your stream. Yeah, we're going to see. Go ahead, try it. I changed the settings, so it's not supposed to look for overused symbols. So, but I don't know. Okay, I see some cats coming in. Let's see if you get deleted. There they are. Keep it up. Try to be a Twitch person for a moment, and let's see what happens. So those of you asking what it's like on Twitch, there's a lot more. We have a lot more emotes. I have personalized emotes that you can earn, and some of them for free, some of them for paying to subscribe to the channel, things like that. We have some fun elements that we're doing. and all that. So let's see. You don't look banned. It doesn't look deleted on you, JV. I think we fixed that. It just it was a real pain. Some of that is, you know, what? Let me see. What's the day of the week? Okay, it's the 13th. So I am I'm about a week away from my 11 month streamiversary. All right, where I started on Twitch. A few months later, I started putting out my YouTube content and videos and stuff. But I've been streaming for almost 11 months as a live streamer, content creator, and then working into my YouTube stuff, Marvel Strike Force, and Star Trek and some of the others. Yeah, I prefer Twitch too. Twitch is more fun. I say that to my benevolent Google YouTube overlords. There we go, JV. You got it. It's working now. Twitch, there are many things about Twitch that are better and more enjoyable for live streaming. I'd say it is the premier platform. I'm full. Oh, come now. Come. Let me see. I'm gonna hit one more. Where are we at on our numbers here? Right. I need to boost this cargo on this darn ship. How many more do I need? I'm gonna kill one more. Fly back. Kill some more. Great time for a 96-hour stream. Yeah, I have enough trouble doing 8-hour streams. I'll tell you what, if we get me work, okay, I'm gonna fly him back. Recall. If we boost the revenue on the channels between YouTube subscribers giving, unlocking some ad revenue, which, subscribe and promote the videos. That'll help a lot. And then bringing in more and more revenue on the Twitch side of things with subscriptions and bits and donations and all that stuff. Any of that stuff that makes it, I'll be able to take more time off from work and I can do longer streams. Why is my ship not flying back? Because there's a bug, and I was like, you mother, I already didn't want to have to fly back, and you better move that damn slow ship. You can tell I've only got so much tolerance for annoying things at the moment right now, so let's see. What's going on with this sun? All right, 96 hours. One day I'll build up, well, that's only for extra life. Help the kids. Yeah, for like a booster stream and all that. Yeah, for like a charity stream. Right now, I'm just trying to get it so that I have a viable side hustle. I really enjoy streaming and hanging out with you guys and making content and the creation and interacting with everyone. It's a lot of fun. Of course, I want it to be a viable side hustle. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to support my life. Fix these lights. It doesn't have to support me. I just want it to supplement a little. So if I can get that going, that'll be very cool. Rooster merch. There you go. Get some Rooster merch. Anyway, I'm going to change the screen because I need to lower some blinds, so I don't want you to see me stretching up, and then I'll expose my navel to you, and that'll get you all excited, and then it'll be awkward. So that sort of thing. So let me go to the intermission screen, and I'll be right back. Dude, Luke was getting a little excited, and he was like, "Oh yes, he knows what's going on. Don't taunt us and tempt us, those hot tub streams." On here. Hot tub time. That's right. It is getting hot tub time. I will tell you. I've been talking about that with Miss Russo. We gotta get in the hot tub. There's an unfortunate amount of green on my green screen, so it's like, ugh. Well, my ship's flying. Actually, I can probably just adjust that. But let me look at this filter real quick. Chroma key. I think I had to fix it. Let's go to defaults. There we go. That's already better at the defaults. I think I was adjusting it based... I was wearing my Batman shirt last week. That's what it was. With the big yellow splash that was keying out, and I was having to adjust it a little to try to help with that. And so... let's get... there we go. It's a little warmer here. So, as I was saying, I've only been streaming for 11 months and making videos for 8 or 9, something like that. So, I'm very new, and I've had to self-train on all of the stuff involved in this. Lighting, audio, everything. And I've gotten... considering I couldn't do any of it when I started, this is great. For the, someone was asking about what does it take to stream on YouTube, and I was like, a computer that could run the game and the streaming software at the same time, a basic webcam, and a microphone, like a Martha. Don't say that name, JB. Let's see here. And Joseph, by the way, welcome, Joseph. I wish they would have posted the jelly event time in the event schedule. Yeah, that would be nice. It would also be nice if they did with, if they had the Latinum spend part of the event like they said they did, instead of just taking it out and pulling and preventing us from getting what we were expecting. So a lot of that stuff is super unthrilling as far as I'm concerned. Martha, why did you say that name? Let's see here. All right. Research. Oh yeah, I got an away team ready to collect, I believe. There it is. Look, I got that precious officer training that I'm trying to get a... oh, we're gonna open some pads while we move around. Need more of this. What kind of upload speed do you have for internet? I have to run a check. I've got the fastest I can get in cable. That helps. But I don't know. I try to run my streams at actually I try to run a bit of a reduced FPS and bit rates and all that, because not everyone who watches me can handle the overload, even if I can stream it. That's kind of a streamer thing to be aware of. It's like you might need to lower the quality of your streams so that it's good enough for people to watch and participate, but not so much that it overloads, overloads people who are trying to watch it. Like our alliance leader from my Star Trek alliance, he is often complaining about his bit rate, and he often has to watch even my stream, set it to lower qualities, things like that. So I don't recall the numbers though, I tell you, on the techie side, but I have to look. I know it's pretty darn good. But a lot of D ranking on this arc, yes. And I would. Well, I think one thing that we're dealing with is, for this arc, is duality was already filler for DS9 in my opinion, and I think the Ferengi arc is filler part B for DS9. As we start getting Worf, and now we have Quark introduced and all that, it's making a lot of sense for... and now we're going to drop DS9, probably Q3, for fiscal reasons. So, is what I think that's what... because, what are we going to get next? We're going to get DS9 when they're ready to be done with filler. And yeah, this one has a lot of mining. It's got officers that are going to really boost your quality of life or your effectiveness for different types of mining stuff, which is never exciting. I don't stream my mining typically, which reminds me I probably need to mine. Ironically, let's see. While the ship gets going, let's get a Meridian out there, speaking of this whole issue. And oh, damn it. She's the one I want, actually. And then, last arc, nice SMS events. Yeah. Yeah, it's not in now. The one thing I want to say that's on a positive on this, and again, this is part of my job sometimes, not as a content creator, but is like looking for what's the positive angle on this. It's not been as complicated or as involved. I might get a little bit more, a little less screen time required, which I need sometimes. You know, we were pushed pretty hard in the TNG and then in duality and all that stuff. So it might be nice to have a little bit of some reprieve, but we want to get the good stuff, and they're only going to give us so much good stuff at a time, I think, is part of the other answer. Fluffy. Yeah. We're going to go for speed. That means Mackinnon. We're going to attempt this, which... And then... I'm only putting them on there. I think we may get attacked, so. We'll see, there it is. All right, now. One issue is, if I was a more popular content creator, which of course I do, oh shit. That is not my meridian, by the way, people. That is my meridian. There are many like it, but this one is mine. All right. If I was a more popular content creator, y'all would know where I am, and somebody would be on my server and decide to kill me. So, mother. Fix that friggin' button, Scopely. I was home. Trying to press. Last thing I wanted was to do that. Let's see. Hey, Crystal. Hey. Shield. That's going to help. There we go. Okay, Scopely, I forgive you that one time, because even though that screwed me up and I didn't want to do that, that helps us. That's going to give us 588 and spend towards the event. What about this big gun? More crystal, that's common, that's perfect. We have some of this junk, and this, yep, there we go. Okay. What about this crappy cargo? Oh, sweet. Why am I sweet? Because I finally can actually spend stuff that's contributing to the event, yes. Now we can go out there a little longer. Oh my lord. Okay. Guns. The warp core we won't be able to do, but alright, we're gonna do all this. Here we are. But yeah. Oh, we're not gonna do that part. Nope, yes we are. Yep, okay. Great, I had no clue I was gonna get that far on this ship. Obviously I'll be using this. And then this is what? Level 37. So next level. Alright. And I think they're screwing up the banners now, because I think the banner is it's supposed the banner is supposed to take me to the event, and it seems like when I'm clicking on it a lot of times when I want it to take me to the event, which is a rarity, because I want to check, because I'm tired of going through their screens, that it's like dismissing it, and I'm like, you know, please fix some of this stuff. Like, there you go. Yep, not 10 missions in the beginning like the last arc. Yeah, I mean, I already did. Yeah, I did my missions. I'm still working on my TNG and duality missions on stream when we're not as busy, which I probably should be doing some now. But we do need to open some crap. Let's once we've just trying to figure out what else we're supposed to be doing right now. I think dominating is the answer. I feel like I'm dominating. We'll see with that dry dock, see where I am. But yeah, so in some ways, I think we're getting a little bit of a reprieve, and I'm not so mad about having a little bit of taking the foot off the gas pedal a little. They're probably going to want, I can mine and get my latinum. They're kind of putting some, got the cloaking. We'll see what in the world is going to happen with as this in the front, saws in the front, grind it. Yes, your little meridian. Yes, absolutely. So. Why? But it looks like the horizon, and they're in similar power on my ship screen. So from afar, I'm like, I think I click on it. Nope, wrong one. All right, so milestones are completed already. We're not even done with Swarm Sunday. So, although I should run some Borg probes, I don't even need to. Ferengi love songs is just dominate. So I need to dominate quite a bit more. Start working on that in a minute. Works test, we just spent some. We have fallen in the time that I was spending. So I didn't spend enough. So, I will spend some more. But I'm trying not to spend ore. And then that we're not worried about. This is just the alliance, so it's benefiting from me spending. Everyone's spending for the other start. I already did my complete new missions. Anomalous Phenomenon's done. I should have completed the heroic ship. We're going to get another ship upgrade today. But, I mean, I don't know how much more I have to upgrade anyway, so tough FMS, and there's another one coming. Yeah. Yeah. Don't go all in on the solo leaderboard. Yeah, we do have another one coming. Well, I've been trying to do what I can, and I'm not trying to win. I'm trying to place. And I know, yeah, we got another one. And so I'll be figuring that out. But I'm not going balls to the wall. I did that on Picard Beverly, and I only managed to place 4th. And that was balls to the wall. That was the last 3 hours, even on work day. Yeah, that event gave me ore. Well, I used that ore. Yes, I've been getting ore from the Dabo tables. That's how I upgraded my auger. I used all my ore on my auger. My auger even loaded. I think I just took some people off of it. So L. You can go there. That'll help. 3,115 now in the dock. That sounds good. Let's see. Are we actually running armadas? Domination Part 2. Yeah. I'll go help this. Need to be running. What is he running? Just a green. All right. All right, here we go. Let's see. So we got some chests to open though, some Armada chests, so we can see what we get in our progression here. All right. Pull a little bit of stuff. See what we get from these chests. Here goes. We got a full pull. Yes, full pull of rare. So, we're looking on D4s, Enterprises, and Valkyrie shards. That's the stuff that we're actually needing. I have the Antares. I've got a Cavort unlocked that I have to build once my shipyard gets available. And of course, we have the auger now. So let's do a pull and see what's going on. Let's see. We got 5 Enterprise shards and a Valkyrie. Those are the ones I wanted. Plus precious resources and all that. Very good. Those have been good for me. Sapphire says, my Sally is almost 1.8 million. I might just go straight to 39 without building a 34 Ethic. Well, you might. I mean, you can well, you'll see how far it takes you or not. But one of the things, I mean, that's, max Sally is right around that part, 1.8 million-ish. You may see, with the military supremacy where it wants you to build those, you may want to get them ready and have the leisure of unlocking them when military supremacy is active. That'll help. Lost Ark has collectibles. You're immortal. And Lost Ark has all those things. Info. Free to play. Plenty of stuff to entice you. Yes, I was going through all that. And there's like the little hidden Makoko seeds to go make sure you find on every map. Map completion rewards, all kinds of stuff. Just digging into it. We'll be playing it later on Twitch. Let's see. All right, pulling the epic full pull. Here we go. Now suddenly Devore parts are a little more interesting. I've been getting some jellyfish stuff though lately. So last week I got 6 jellyfish pulls. So that's good. D4 Enterprise. Here we go. Let's see. D4 5 4 jellyfish resources credits. Yes. All right. All right. Happy about that. Happiness confirmed. So on my away teams, I don't have enough, but I'm trying to get that. So let's see. Bobby G, you saying, do you know if someone ever pulled a full ship? Never heard. No, people haven't. It's never on stream. They might have people. Yeah, somebody's done it. Doesn't happen often. But you know, hopefully they have a screenshot. So, but yeah, it happens because again, you can get a full pull of like Honor Guard Wharf in the Amalgam Store. I haven't heard about it happening yet, but it'll happen. It ain't gonna happen often. There we go. But I'm just happy to chip away because right now, you know, I'm working on these epics. The Augur gives me a good epic mainstay, and I'm probably gonna. My Augur is probably gonna take a while before I can really build it up more than it is at tier 6. And I can slowly work on unlocking the other ones and building up those blueprints. The easy, slow way for the jellyfish for 39 as I move to 39, and then doing all that research that makes it cheaper to load those up. That would be nice. Let's see here. This is the traits one. We got 8 hours on this, which I could either use this for tomorrow's. Let's see. Let's go ahead and see what we get here. My Augur's tier 6 now. We started pulling up yesterday on this event. I was able to finish the Obliterator weapon after pulling at the Dabo tables to finish it. That was what I needed to go to tier 6. And then I was able to do the Obliterator weapon and the other 2 guns all again because I had gotten enough resources, which was sweet. So, but I can't do the other components, particularly the hull, the armor, which would be really nice. Will help. But it costs so much. I'm going to really probably need the benefit of the research. Let's see. If I wait till 39, I can do a lot more efficiency research and save quite some mats. Yes, it is absolutely true. That is, you know, it is the question of if you wait till 60, it'll be even easier. I will say that. So that's the only moderator piece. He's going to tear up the space field. Tear up the space field for planning. Yeah, I need it. So the only thing I am saying is that they're the epic ships are epic for a reason. It's like from Rev's recommendations and all that. You know, which I think I agree with, having an epic ship that you get up into that tier 5-ish range, and then moving up to 39, and then working on making everything easier. Having the epic at a usable feature probably will help you with some of the grind that you do in that time. So, but I can do, well, I mean, what was I pulling to get the jellyfish? That's the epic Armada chest, Javank, at 36. The epic Armada chest. Where you start getting jelly blueprints, and I've been getting them. You don't get them every week, but I've been getting them like almost every week. Yeah, but yes, I mean, you can still use the Sally, and you will still use it some. It's just that you're gonna get powered out of Armadas unless you're getting, unless you don't have a problem getting powered out of Armadas. That's a thing. You need, to be able to hang and to contribute better. Damn. We really wanted... I don't want just 2100 of this. I want the biggin. disappointing. Disappointing. Let's go see where we are on that. So it's like there, you know, the Sally's great, but yeah, you won't be a very optimal mid 30s player without an epic at some point, or even like, you know, my beefy Burrell helped me do a lot more than my Sally. It was outperforming my Sally quite a bit. You know, so, but I mean, but again, if your focus is on that efficiency part, then that may work well for you. It just probably won't work well during that time. And then later on, hopefully you won't have lost your reason for existing while going, gee, this is unpleasant. But you know, that's hard to say. Let's look at these ships. What have I got? Go by shipyard level. Yeah, you can alliance hop. Yeah, if you have those connections and all that, that certainly will work too. I just like doing armadas. I like doing and winning them and getting that. I'm already going to 39 epic with my Sally since I was 29. Yeah, well, you got your plan. It is, you know, have at it. I mean, I think part of it is the enjoyment. There's the enjoyment factor too. And if you are enjoying playing that way, there's nothing wrong with it. Everything has consequences, pros and cons. You know, the pro of waiting to build is things will be cheaper and you probably can advance them faster once you're up there. The con is you don't have them in the meantime to do something that you may have been able to do better with them. But it's a trade-off. It's not like there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not necessarily like, it's not like it's perfect. I soloed Armada 33. There you go. You got it. You got it. It's just as long as you're having fun, and you know, being able to unlock ships is part of the fun of the game. But as long as you're having fun and it's not bothering you, then you are A-okay. But with these approaches, you know, there's always like, okay, what am I not doing, or you have to figure out if anything you're not able to do well is holding you. Have to figure out what that is and decide if that matters, and it may not. But let's see here. Okay, so we've got 51 of the Enterprise, which we're not going to be ready to do the Enterprise before the D4. Only 22 of the D4. But I've been stockpiling my credits so I can buy this when it's ready. But right now I got a backlog of ships to build. So it's not. We got 31 of the jellyfish, which at 36 I'm feeling rather good about. Okay. Excuse me. All right, was that? Let's see. Use my legendary for a long time. Your leg. Oh, is that legionary? For a long time for hostile grinding. I mean, I still use my Burrell, Saladin, and Bortus in addition to the Augur. It depends. I'm starting to not use. I mean, the Bortus and the Sally have been dropping off for a long time because I use mainly my go-to is going to be the Augur and the Burrell. They do better for me. They go further, that sort of thing. But it's gonna. But when we get busy, or I'm faction hunting, or territory, I start bringing out, and then I bring out the, I bring out the other. I bring out the Burrell, the Bortus and the Saladin to kind of help, and those are both quite good ships, and have uses and all that. And my D3 I don't need as much. Let's see. Let us recall that. I forgot about that ship was mining. Good thing I set a timer. Oh, and their mother is here. I know it's Swarm Sunday. But yeah, there are various ways to kind of play at the game and all that. But again, remember, it is a game. So it should hopefully be more, you should be having some enjoyment from it. And if you're getting enjoyment, then that's going to help. Now, of course, if you're getting enjoyment at the expense of others, then that's its own thing, but that's not what we're talking about anyway. So this, especially when we're talking with the even lower levels in the beginning, it's like, well, you know, having fun while you play to build up is, in my opinion, better than having no fun while you grind for a very long time to then have a payoff. That can be a problem, I think, because people will quit the game before they experience that if they stick to that too rigidly and have negative experiences, which that's not fun. And then, of course, we need more players playing the game, so it's like, build the occasional Umari or whatever, you know. Dang, I am full again. Let's see. Let me see what we got in here, and then where is our stupid threat from beyond here? Reduction. Come on now. Hoping I'm gonna get ganked while I'm waiting to look this up. Need 14 more. This cargo bay. We're in battle. Okay. Alright, it's flying back. Alright. Work on domination. What Jervank had something to say though. Everyone tells me I need to upgrade my ship before upping my station level. It probably depends on what station we're talking about, what ships, and all that too. You have a collector complex, so I have all ships available to me. And now I hear you. You know, it's Pokemon. Got to collect them all. I don't collect all of them at all, and I'm actually, you know, moving a little more slowly about some of that stuff. As some of you guys know, if you've been following my streams, I didn't get my auger until Ops 36, and I stayed at 34 a very long time. But I also was able to get that Burrell where I was outpowering Enterprises and Armadas, so that helped. But you know, let's see what's going on. Let's see. So, and again, I find enjoyment from getting the ships. I mean, the truth is, I've been putting off my Enterprise for a long time. The moment I started working on the Burrell, I said, I am planning to move slowly into the Enterprise. I may not get it till 39. I'm not even sure, you know, and then I'll work on it. But it's the Enterprise. It's the ship I want. It's the ship I wanted since I started playing. You know, that's, I mean, and a lot of people are like that. I build them all too, just don't level any of them unless yeah, there's the leveling, figuring out what you're doing exactly, and then just making sure you can do what you want to do with things. So what's going on here? All right, figuring this out. We can dominate. Also getting to be Twitch o'clock. Not there yet, but I want to check some of this out. We usually get some of this stuff done. So, let's see. We gotta dominate here. We've been camped at 35 so long, I put in a pool in the garden. Yes, I hear you. No, I camped forever at 34 because I was behind. I was deficient. I was deficient in some things that I should have had probably at 32. And I was like, stay here. And as the wisdom says, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Build on the things, get my Vidar up, get my Franklin max, my Vidar max, start working on all that stuff, catching up on a lot of researches, unlocking the Discovery and starting to build it because I was very behind in that, working on bringing my officers up so that they were more in line with where I should be at my levels, and then figuring out the swarm situation so I could go to 35. And then quickly from 35, I realized, okay, I did most of my 35 camping while I was at 34. And except for the epics and all that, once I knew I could handle the swarm, moved to 36 because I could work on getting some epic ship action, which is what I've, you know, become part of my focus. And I was starting to work on I've been working on my Stella on the 35s, 34, 35s, and 36, as well as the Discovery and my Devores, which then now that we have the new Devore issue, I'm like, oh, it was good. I'm starting to think about it. Let's see. Biggest mistake new players make is speed level. And absolutely. I mean, speed level to 14 and then catch up. And then maybe speed level to 19 and catch, you know, it's like, you know, because it's weird if you speed level initially, the idea that you speed level and then camp for a long time. People are like, no, some people are like, I like to camp and they don't like the speed level. And other people who like the speed level are like, oh, camping sucks. I don't want to do it. I'm just going to keep speed leveling. It's like, we actually have that. We got another great new streamer, a Scottish guy. I am Highlanders. Scottish. He's been power leveling to 21, and he started like 2 weeks ago. There's a scout. We're trying to catch a scout with an auger. Try to put some version of hype that exists in YouTube on here, because maybe we can catch this dang thing. There's only one guy, and he's way behind me. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Here we go. Yes, they give you a lot of resources, and then suddenly it starts going, wait, where's my resources? I've used everything. Like, yeah, at some point you're going to have to start collecting resources. Scout! We got the scout with an auger. That's worth a song that I need to write. Right, that's right. Cheer, cheer for the slow walker getting the scout. All right, let's look here. Dry dock, let's fast forward that. We're gonna get some points. But like I was saying, if you speed, he's been speed leveling for, you know, we can have, and it's wonderful, and he's been trying to get as high as he could, you know, for things, and that's great. It's just that suddenly I was trying to help him kind of like get resources, because he's like, I don't have a single piece of dilithium, and it's like, well, you can get it from here, you can get it from here. Oh, you've spent all that. Now it's like, okay, so now what you need to do is you have to, there's, you know, the daily and weekly process of getting stuff. Yeah, tortoise feeding the hare is that kind of stuff. I agree. But in this game, it can be good to speed level for little bunches, but you kind of have to know, I mean, hopefully we are helping to tell our alliance mates and, you know, content creators, telling people, it's like, okay, move up here and then stop. Because people sometimes have problems putting those brakes on if they start moving fast. All right, and then people who camp a lot maybe feel weird about moving forward, because you know, suddenly like, well, aren't I now making myself weak for my level? Yes, you are, but your plan is to stop in a little bit, and that's different than just making yourself weak for your level, because that is a temporary thing. All right, let's pull this, because stupid pumps. They also do not pull well on the PC app. It may be that bad elsewhere. I don't know. Stella! There you go. That's the version of hype. All right. Let's see here. We're going to build something. All right. Love and profit. Research, defense, buildings. I would say I have a little more. We're going to have to pull. We got to spend some Dabo. No, let's just figure out where we're at here. Done. Ignored. This is taking an absurd amount of time with a Franklin A because the cargo hold is so low. Like if I had Jayla and Picard, we'd have this done lickety split with my baby Franklin and the Franklin A working it. But only having one Pike Moreau Talon is really slowing me down, even though I have the two ships. So that's making go get that scout. Right, go. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Here we go. Jayla. You can see I need a lot of shards, but this might be a time to get some Jayla shards. We are going to have an officer unlock event in a few days. I forget. I'll have to look when on the schedule. So I am saving my ultra recruits and stuff for that. It is for like Fess and Arak, but it probably have that. So that's coming. The Ferengi love boat. That's right. Love, exciting and new. Come aboard, we're expecting you. The love boat. Dun-dun-dun. Soon we'll be making another round. The love boat. Dun-dun-dun. Soon we'll be. There's some words. Da-da-da-da. Anyway, There you go. I hope you appreciate that, because, well, one, if you don't, are you not entertained? Come on now. All right, there we go. This is part. Thank you. This is part of what I try to bring for you guys. There's a lot of singing. There's a lot of, and it's Ferengi love songs and all that. So, all right. Now this ship is sweet Jesus. All right. Let's send it back. This thing is slow. Here we go. Okay. So, at this point, what we're gonna, okay, we're still going on. What we're gonna do is, let's get on over there and, come join me on Twitch is what I'm trying to tell you. Let's switch over. We're actually a little over our normal time here. I'm having a lot of fun with you guys, but, you know, I'm getting silly. I'm crooning to you and singing songs. I really need to be able to play these sound effects on Twitch and dance around. We can do chicken dances. We can play some Stream Raiders and catch some Pokemon while we're goofing around and all that. So I want to bring those elements in and everything. So hopefully people have created their Twitch accounts if you haven't, so you can follow. I'm going to be live over there. We're going to do Star Trek until we're done trekking. And then I'm going to be switching over and playing some Lost Ark, like I did yesterday, which is fun. Completely different mix if you want to check out that free-to-play game, which is, I mean, it's breaking records. We'll see what happens over time, you know, and everything. But it's pretty fun and it's different. But we're gonna go live on Twitch in a matter of 3 minutes, and continue while the ship is flying. And then eventually we'll play some Lost Ark. And I'm going to have some beer later on stream, but it's not beer time yet for me. I mean, in Australia, it's beer time. I understand at all times. But right now, it's not beer time for me here. So that'll be a little later. I like to think of myself as the world's strongest Ops 35. Do you have a ship over 4 point? Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I'm impressed. Okay, so... we're going to kick off and we're going over to Twitch. So I really hope that you've found me on Twitch and got the links right there. So you can follow me. You just text an email, verify your email address or something like that, and then you can get that account. So I'll be right over there, and I hope to see you. Anyway, if I don't, I hope to see you again next Sunday on YouTube. Check out the videos. Make sure you subscribe. As soon as this video is over, make sure you like it again. Maybe throw a comment if you had fun. Tell me my singing is great or bad. And say something nice, preferably, but say something is always helpful, and that helps the algorithm. Share with your alliance. Y'all take care. CockADoodle.